What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. After you subscribe, go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. Make sure you select all notifications. Otherwise, you may not get any. Going in. Whew, man. This Adult Survivors Act is wild. Thank God it ends today for those who may be accused should I say falsely accused. Thank God that it ends today. For those who may be falsely accused. For those who have been victimized, surely victimized, it's a good thing that they've had an opportunity to put their case before a court and try to get some type of relief. But this thing is knocking heads off left and right. I don't know how many adults are really going to survive this thing. It's going down. Puffy is getting hit left and right. I'm talking like from all angles. Puffy, that ain't really sound right, from all angles getting hit. But anyway, fam, y'all know what I mean. Diddy is facing another lawsuit claiming that he sexually assaulted a woman along with Aaron Hall back in the early 1990s. Before I go any further, fam, I'm just going to tell you straight up, I don't believe Aaron Hall assaulted nobody. I don't believe in that. Aaron was, women throwing stuff at Aaron, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe that at all. But I don't believe it at all. Moving on. The woman uses the name Jane Doe, says that she and a friend met Diddy and Aaron at a music industry event. They claim both men were over flirtatious, offering them drinks throughout the night. Okay, I'll come back to that, fam. After the event, Jane Doe claims that they were invited to Hall's place for an after party. There, Jane Doe alleges she was pressured into having sex with Puffy, and Aaron forced himself onto her. The filing claims after Diddy finished doing his business, Aaron laid in the Jane Doe laid in the bed and shocked and traumatized. As she was in the process of getting dressed, Aaron barged into the room, pinned her down, and forced her to have sex with him. She alleges she escaped from the apartment and found out that her friend had a similar experience. All right, fam. I guess maybe I've tipped my hand a little bit on this, but that don't matter. Tell me how y'all feel, because we can agree to disagree. I ain't tripping on that. Ain't nobody got to agree with me. Like, I'd like to hear some different angles from different people, so that I can perhaps, enlighten me. Let me see it another way. I just want to get to whatever the truth is. Like whatever it is. I don't really have a dog in the fight. Well, I guess I do have a dog in the fight. Aaron, that's my boy, man. That's the homie, man. I don't believe he did something like that. He's never been known to be that type of dude. Man, y'all don't understand. This dude, women just, he didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? Just throw it at him. I don't. Anyway, give me a thumbs up if you believe these accusations, the newest accusations against Puffy, and this time with Aaron Hall added. Thumbs up if you believe it. Thumbs down if you say, hell no, nah, man ain't done all that stuff. No, man, no, I don't believe it. Thumbs down if you don't believe it. This is wild. Willetta White says, did I hear whose interview? Are you talking about Aaron's interview? Did I hear his interview? My bad. I don't know what was going on here, but we had some major technical difficulties. But I was able to switch internet connects because where there's a will, there's a way. So somebody said, why did they wait 30 years, right? Why wait 30 years? Well, you know, that's a tough one, fam, because unless you've been a victim of sexual assault, you really can't say, right? You know, I know it's easy for us. If we ain't never been a victim, it's easy to say that. But unless you've actually been a victim, you really can't say that. Because I've heard cases where people said it took me that long to not be afraid of this guy again, you know, to not be afraid of this person. You know, sometimes people are in the same family as a person that's been sexually assaulted. The assaulter the predator is in the same family sometimes. And that person was, you know, violated at a very young age, and they don't want to bust the family up. They don't want their mother to look at her brother that she loves so dearly, that she smiles with and hangs with and celebrates with and love on every single day. They don't want to break that up because they know if they tell what Unc did, it's going to be some problems. They know that if they tell what Daddy did, it might break up the family. It's going to break up Mama and Daddy. They know that if they tell what their brother did, it could bring shame on the family. So, and they don't want to have to deal with that. They don't want to face that. They've already been shamed, humiliated, and they don't want to be ostracized. You dig, publicly. So that's a tough one to call, fam, unless you've been there. And I'm gonna tell you something. Most women, I would say at least half women in this country have been sexually assaulted. And most of them don't tell. Most of them don't say anything. So while you're saying that, yo, you know, it's so easy for us to say why she didn't say something, why they didn't say anything, maybe you'll think a little differently if it was the woman that you love, mama, sister, wife, girlfriend. Maybe you see it a little differently. And maybe it was your mama, your sister, your girlfriend, your wife. She just hasn't shared that information with you. And she wants to, but she's afraid what you're gonna say, because she's reading these comments. She knows what people think about people who don't say anything. That's why she won't even share that information with you. She knows that you're gonna judge her. So, you know, I can't say that. I can't make that call. I can't, you know, just put that out there. And I'm a man, so it would benefit me, especially as a celebrity who's had many dealings with women, you know, have had my fair share. They don't call me the gangster love for nothing. I ain't the cleanup man for nothing. So I've had my fair share of experiences with women, good and bad. So it would benefit me to say, yeah, man, they need to shut that down, man. Why you wait so long? You know, that's crazy, man. They need to put a law in place and you know. See, but I'm comfortable with, you know, where I am in life and the experiences that I've had with women in the past. I'm comfortable with that because I always carry myself honorably. So I know if somebody come at me, I'm fighting. I'm gonna give it everything I got. I'm fighting because I know that's a bold-faced lie. I don't like the idea of people being violated. I don't like bullies. I don't like the idea of men forcing themselves on women for sexual gratification or anything. I don't like that at all. You know, I'm totally against that. But I'm also against liars. I'm also against men being falsely accused. So that's where it gets a little sticky. So we say all the time, well, what if it was your sister? What if it was your mother? What if it was your wife? What if it was your girlfriend? What if it was your auntie? What if it was your bestie? Your girl bestie, right? What if it was her? But we don't say often enough, well, what if it was your daddy, your brother, your husband, your boyfriend, your fiance, falsely accused? Now, it hit a little different, right? Let's be clear, fam. Let's be crystal clear. If anybody violate another human being, justice should be served. Likewise, if a person lies, that's also a violation of another human being. And that person should be brought to heel. That person should be brought to justice. And that don't happen in the United States of America. It does not happen and it needs to happen to deter liars. There's a whole lot of liars out there. And I refuse to believe that every single one of these women that's coming forward with these last minute 11-hour accusations and lawsuits are being honest. I refuse to believe that. You can't get me to believe that. Yeah, Vivi says, who's next? Yeah, who's next? Today, the last day. I'm sure we're going to see an onslaught of them coming in today. It's going to be a bunch more of them filed today. I know every dude in New York City is anxious, worried as hell right now. Like they ready for that. They are ready for today to come to an end. I know if a dude is in New York right now and he's holding any type of prominent place in society, if he's a celebrity, especially politician, businessman who is well known, who's sitting on paper, sitting on some real paper, I know they got to be shaking in their boots. And not necessarily because they're guilty of anything. Let's go back to this part where they said, what Jane Doe said, that when she met Aaron Hall and Puffy, that they were overly flirtatious, offering them drinks throughout the night. Overly flirtatious, offering them drinks throughout the night. Is it a crime to be overly flirtatious and offer women drinks throughout the night? I'm thinking, I'm gonna just go out on a limb. I don't know y'all fellas. I don't know y'all personally. I don't know everybody that's watching me right now personally, but I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say, we've all been there. If we've been to the club, if we've been in that club atmosphere, we hang out or whatever, and we're interested in women, a man that's interested in women, I'm going to go out on a limb and say we've all been overly flirtatious and have offered women drinks throughout the night. Ain't no crime. That shouldn't even been in the lawsuit. But you're gonna have people say, yeah, overly flirtatious. Yeah, it's a way to be overly flirtatious. And that's crossing the line if you're overly flirtatious. We all know, fam, that it's a very thin line when flirting, right? And we've all crossed that thin line. Women and men have crossed that thin line of being flirtatious, being just a little bit too flirtatious. Once you start, person don't put an end to it right then and there. You just kind of keep on going. You get bold, a little bolder and bolder as you go. I ain't talking about violating now. Violating and being flirtatious, two different things. I'm not talking about sexually assaulting somebody. It's two different things. But people, that's what people do. Are we going to have to turn into robots or something? We're going to have to get a special chip in our heads or something that automatically shuts down your conversation when you get to a certain limit. Okay, that's too many compliments. You've already used up. You got one more compliment, and then it's shut down. All your motor skills just shut down where you can't even speak anymore. Like, what the hell is going on? I haven't seen the Aaron Hall interview that you guys are speaking of, but the Aaron Hall that I know would not violate a woman. The Aaron Hall that I know that would not sexually assault a woman. That's all I'm saying. The one that I know. Now, if y'all know something different, I get it. But the Aaron Hall that I know would not sexually assault a woman. Women literally throw themselves at this man, especially when he was at the height of his career, in his prime, throwing themselves at him. It's like somebody accusing Tupac of sexually assaulting a woman. Why on earth? with Tupac, a woman that's desired, a man that's desired by millions of women all over the world, just got his pick of the litter. Why would he have to force himself on anybody? Some stuff don't even make sense. Going into the comments. Boss man, what up? Turn that cap lock off, man. Turn that cap lock off. Nisi said, Willie, you don't know him in that light. Nisi, I already said I don't know him. I said the Aaron Hall I know. So I ain't got to cut nothing out. I'm telling you the one that I know would not do something like that. That's what I said. And I stand on that. I'm going to stand on that. The Aaron Hall that I know would not do something like that. Professor X. Miss Pisces, what's up? What's up? What's up, Mastermind 96? Appreciate you. Shaw, what it do? Yeah, Shaw. What's understood ain't got to be said. Obviously, some women didn't want Tupac. That's obvious. When somebody makes the statement that says, this guy can have any woman he wants, or any somebody says, oh, she could have any man she wants. Obviously, she can't have any man she wants. Obviously, he can't have any woman he wants. But the point is, he don't have a problem getting women. Pac did not have a problem getting women. Some of the most desired women on the planet. He didn't have a problem. Edwin Phillips Sr. What up, what up, what up? Leo, what's up, Leo? Now, Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, Andrew Cuomo, says they sued also. There will be more. Yeah, Eric Adams, whatever they said he did it. That's my belief. He did all that sucking up, all that jigabooing, and they still put his head on the chopping blocks. That's why I tell y'all, fam, that being that coconut thing, that don't work out, man. It always ends badly for the coconut. It always ends badly for the coconut. Eric Adams been throwing his people under the bus from day one, even when he was a cop, throwing his people under the bus. And now look at him. Over there fighting for his life, fighting for his reputation. They done hit him with that lawsuit, that sexual assault lawsuit. White supremacy always disposes of its tools when it's done with them. Derek Mallory, what up? Star Child 9. I'm gonna have to check out this interview y'all talking about with Aaron Hall. I'm gonna check that interview out. Yeah, I hadn't seen it. Here's a good comment. Trevor the therapist says, women may want Tupac, but that does not mean she wants a train ran on her from the whole crew. Absolutely. That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. So here's my theory. This is what I think happened with the Tupac situation. I think, as Pac said, he met the chick sucked him up in the club on the dance floor, which was witnessed by other people. They took her back to the room, and perhaps Pac cool with her, whatever. But at some point, Pac got up, left the room because he didn't feel responsible for her, because after all, she was for the streets. And this is a fundamental problem guys will make oftentimes when a chick is for the streets. Even though she's for the streets, you cannot leave her in the streets. You got to get her back to where you got her from. You got to make sure she's back. You get her back in a safe place. You cannot walk into a room or be in a room, even if you don't walk in the room with her. If you know there's a chick in that room, even if you're not with the girl, if you walk into a hotel room with a whole bunch of dudes and you know it's a chick that's for the streets in there, and you know what they're gonna do to her, you better get out of that room. Pac got out of that room. The only reason why Pac was accused of rape is because he was Tupac. Had any other guy been in that room and just left, he wouldn't even been involved. His name would have never came up. But because it was Tupac, they charged Tupac. You know damn well Tupac ain't ran no train on no chick, against her will especially. Come on, fam. Some of this stuff is common sense. I think that at some point they end up in the same room. It's a bunch of dudes in there. Pac leaves. They know that she finna get ran through. She knows she finna get ran through. She got ran through. Perhaps as she was getting ran through, some of them dudes took it overboard, went overboard, probably was very rough with her in some kind of way or whatever. And then she felt betrayed by Pac. Like, yo, you were supposed to protect me. This happened to me. She probably left there, told her girlfriends what happened. Oh, they did what? Oh, hell no. Well, where was Tupac? He left. Oh, hell no. You ought to sue him. Press charges. So as soon as they went up there to that police station and they said Pac name, the police was like, the detective was like, Tupac? Oh, yeah, sit down, have a seat. Okay, he did what now? He did what? And he tell me more. Yeah, that's what I believe happened, fam. Fellas, especially you young fellas, a lot of you older guys know. Don't you walk in no damn room with no bunch of chicks. I mean, a bunch of dudes and it's one chick. Even if it's two chicks, you better get out of there. You better get out of there. If you know those chicks, if you know anything about it, you might want to tell them chicks to get up out of there. You might want to tell your homeboys, no, let them get. No, this ain't gonna work, man. You know, this ain't gonna work right here. You might want to shut it down with your homies. Let your homies know, man. Y'all better get on up out of here, man. You know how this shit go. You know how it go. Most of the chicks that get ran through like that, they ain't gonna never say nothing about it. You know, they gonna enjoy it and be done with it. And if some dude go overboard, they gonna say, you know what? I put myself in that position. I ain't gonna even stress over it. I'm just gonna let it go. And I'm just glad to get out of there. I'm glad to be alive. I'm glad that I survived the situation. But then there's other chick, there's gonna be a small percentage of chicks say, no, I want some revenge. I want some retribution. Somebody need to pay for my pain and suffering. You better get out of there. You better not walk in that room. You better get up out of there. Delco Green, what up? Yusuf Braxton. Super and Nova. Am I saying that right? Yeah. Better hit that eject button. Eject. You with a woman? Y'all have a good time? Y'all out? You trying to get a nightcap in? She's saying no, everything done worked out. Food, drinks was good. Vibe is good. You've been ready to go in all night long. Y'all get it going. It's going down. You're in the heat of the moment. You've been penetrated and everything. You got the panties off and everything. And she's no. You better stop. You better stop. Or you gonna do this right here with your future. You rolling the dice. You better stop. Stop, get your ass up, go in the bathroom, beat it off, go take a shower, cool the fuck off. You better stop. Is it fair? Probably not fair. Probably not fair that she played with you like that and teased you like that and got you all hot and bothered like that. But no means no. Some people say, well, there's a gray area about no meaning no. There's a gray area. Yeah, but do you really want to go there? You really want to roll those dice? Better get up out of there. Get an understanding. Your ass gonna end up in jail, humiliated, a sex offender, going to see them people. Everywhere you live, everywhere you move, you're gonna have to register. And your next door neighbor gonna know you right there, next door. You don't want that on your record. What's up, Christy Love? Stan the man. That's a good point. That's a good point right there, man. You just made. Who is that? Mouthpiece. Hearing no is an automatic turnoff. Man, hold up. Yeah, it is. No. Womp, womp, womp. Automatic turnoff. I ain't trying to get it back up. Well, what's wrong? What's wrong? Man, ain't nothing. Hey, well, we ain't got to even end the date. We just know that this part of it is over. That's over. She said that they met Puff and Jane Doe said her and her friend met Puffy and Aaron at an event, at an industry event, and they were overly flirtatious, as if they were not flirtatious at all, as if they was not receptive of that flirtation. They were overly flirtatious, offering them drinks throughout the night. So, two things that they omitted from the lawsuit. Let's assume that Puff and Aaron were overly flirtatious and offered them drinks throughout the night. Well, if they were overly flirtatious, Jane Doe and her friend were overly receptive. If they offered them drinks throughout the night, Jane Doe and her friend apparently accepted those drinks throughout the night. Is there any accountability for that? I mean, it takes two to tango. And let's get to the part where you go to some men's house that you don't know. You go back to Aaron's apartment. You know what time it is. Why are you even going over there? You know what time it is. You going to a strange dude's house. You going to his apartment. Yeah, you know him from TV, but you don't know him. You don't know what this guy's like under pressure. You don't know what he's like in private. There's a lot of celebrities who are some real life weirdos in person. When the camera not on, they somebody totally different. You don't know, but you go to that house because you're looking to gain something from that experience with them. That's why they went. They were looking to get something out of it. I don't think that you can just say you going to some brand new dude house you don't even know. You going to his apartment, he been flirting with you all night, been offering you drinks, and you're gonna go there and you're not expecting sex. I don't think you can. I don't think that's gonna fly. Fellas, knowing how it goes, I want to make sure y'all don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I'm not saying that should be a go for you, the fellas. That don't mean that because she out of pocket, because she's flirting and stuff and she's, being receptive, because she's going to your apartment, that don't mean that she get what she deserved. What I'm trying to tell you is there's a double standard. And when she do all of that, just know that if she decides to accuse you of anything, she's going to get the benefit of doubt. She is going to get the benefit of doubt. So a lot of times women lie. But if they not lying at all and you actually do something, you actually force yourself on that woman. She already got the benefit of doubt. If you force yourself on her and she decide to push it, your ass is grass. Your ass is grass. There's some double standards in this country that benefit women, and there's some that benefit men. Getting the benefit of doubt for sexual assault is one of those that benefit women. And that's just what it is, fellas. That's just how it is. And until something changes, you're going to have to change, or you're going to have to adapt to that. You're going to have to make adjustments. That's just what it is. Ain't no use in crying about it. If you like the company of women, You're going to have to make adjustments. You're going to either have to not mess with women at all and get very familiar with your right hand, or whichever one is the strongest one. or you're going to have to acquiesce to the system. You're going to have to acquiesce to her demands, to her change in emotions. You feel me? Well, I said acquiesce. I always say acquiesce. Acquiesce. Yeah, you're gonna have to acquiesce, to her, her change in emotions. Somebody say, Willie, do you think Tyson was innocent? I think Tyson was innocent. I think Tyson was probably guilty of not being a gentleman. I think that's what got him caught up more than anything, not being a gentleman. That's why I say, fellas, when you're dealing with these women, if you take a woman, you meet a woman, you go to the hotel, and you go to that hotel, and y'all get going, and then at some point she say no. Sometimes you might be like, okay, is this really a no? She said no, but that's not a hard no. Let me try a little bit more. And she, no. You better stop. You should stop at the very first sign. But if you decide to push a little further and she's still like, hey, you better stop. They say Tyson didn't walk the woman out the hotel. They say when they got through doing whatever they did, the woman just got up and left and walked herself out into the lobby or whatever, and then left. Tyson didn't walk her down or nothing. You have a woman in your room, you better walk that woman to that lobby. You better make sure that woman get in that car. It's called covering your ass. You can't afford to be emotional. You can't afford to get into your feelings. You got to cover your ass. You got to make sure that woman get in that car and lead her safely. And you better make sure that wherever she says she going, she call you when she get there. If she don't call you, you call her. Legacy of Freedom Domain, what up? Vanita Stevens says, stop trying to act or be like those other folks in the industry. A lot of them folks have no morals and values for people. True story. Vanita, you got to understand this. The entertainment industry is just a microcosm of society at large. It's just a microcosm of the greater society. That's all it is. Ain't nothing that these entertainers are doing that everybody else, I ain't gonna say everybody else, but people in regular society is not doing. It's just that when celebrities do it, it's highlighted because the paparazzi are everywhere. People trying to write tell-all books, everybody trying to come up off the celebrity. So their business, once it is exposed, any personal business that does get exposed is going to be made for TV. That's the only difference. Celebrities go through the exact same thing that everybody else go through, including sometimes, if they mismanage their money, financial hardship. Because everything you see ain't what it is. Everything that glitter ain't gold. There are celebrities that have been in big time movies that have made hit records, that have, been some of the greatest athletes ever. And they're living with their mama right now, living with daddy, or they're on the streets, living with a friend. They're right now struggling to pay their rent. They're trying to figure out the next gig. So all that glitter ain't gold. In fact, it's a lot of common folks, people that work 9 to 5s and, that's on that grind, putting in 40, 50 hours a week, who are living better financially than some celebrities. Celebrities are just a microcosm of society. Celebrities go through the same things. And when I talk about betrayal, celebrities going through death in the family, they got to deal with the loss of a loved one. They have to deal with their own mortality. They have to deal with backstabbing friends. They have to deal with a cheating spouse. Sometimes they're the cheater. They got drunk friends. Sometimes they're the drunk. They don't want to go to work sometimes. Sometimes they show up late. Sometimes they don't show up at all. Now, don't you know people like that in regular society? Celebrities get sick. Flu season comes, celebrities get sick. And their body's going to have to let that virus pass through just like your body has to let it pass through. When they go take a dump, they're going to have to hit their freshener just like everybody else do it. They dealing with the same stuff. People trying to get over on them. Same thing. What we see with celebrities is highlighting. It's the only difference. Their life is a highlight reel. That's the only difference. We can talk about Nick Cannon popping babies left and right with different women, but you got some dudes out there, regular dudes, who got 30 kids, about 30 different women, 100 kids. I think I saw somewhere in, I don't know if it's Africa somewhere, some dude had like 400 kids or something and 30, 40, 50 wives or something. Come on, man. Funky Raider, what up? What's up, Miss Michi? Yeah, and another thing, yeah, and the effects are the same in many cases because these guys are producing children that they don't have time for. I got 2 kids, and sometimes I feel guilty that I'm not having enough time for them. I just got 2. Celebrities got kids who hate their guts. A lot of y'all got kids who hate your guts. Yo, you don't get along with your kids. But guess what? You got celebrities who got kids that they don't get along with. You got celebrities who got kids who are outlaws, who are menaces to society, who are spoiled brats, entitled, just like you do. You got celebrities who got kids who just can't stay out of jail, just like you do. You got celebrities who got kids who have low self-esteem, just like you do. And you got to talk to them, talk them off the cliff. You got to let them know how important it is, that they're valuable. Celebrities have to have these same talks with their kids. It's crazy, I know, because some of y'all think money solves everything, but it don't. Conversation rule the nation. Regular society, some people have children who have committed suicide. Well, guess what? So do celebrities. They have kids who have committed suicide. Because I'm going to tell you something. Being the child of a celebrity, I think oftentimes is even harder, because if your parent is a celebrity, then you're automatically born into, you're born into entitlement, but you're also born with the bar so high to the sky that sometimes you feel that you can't get there. You feel that no matter what you do, you'll never be on the level of your parents. You know, you'll never be worthy as they are. And that's a stress that is hard to imagine. Trying to live up to your parents' reputation. Imagine how hard it would be if your parent was, a star basketball player and you started playing basketball, but you ain't nowhere close. You ain't nowhere close to your dad as a basketball player. But people coming to watch, imagine what people are saying about you. He's sorry. That boy's sorry as hell. That boy couldn't make a basket if it was the size of the Atlantic Ocean. Couldn't put the ball in the hole. That's a lot of pressure. Parent getting all the attention anywhere you go. People want to stop, talk to your parents. They want to get autographed. They want to get pictures. Meanwhile, you have to sit and wait on them, on that transaction to go through before you can get back to just being, so before you can get your daddy back or get your mama back. People trying to get at you and befriend you so they can get close to your daddy or your mama. That's a lot of pressure. So you got celebrities' kids who will commit suicide. You got celebrities who will sometimes commit suicide. And they got everything. They got the money. They got the big house, the car. They got everything, but they committed suicide? Why would they do that? It's hard to imagine unless you've been a celebrity yourself and experienced that pressure. That pressure of everybody coming at you, everybody wanting something from you. The pressure of not knowing if your friendship is a genuine friendship, or is that friendship only there because of what you do and what you can provide for that friend. That's tough. Being in a position where maybe you played football all your life, played basketball all your life, and now it's over. You've been playing since you were 5 years old. Now you're 40. You're retired. It's over. You don't know what to do because you got your greatest validation playing ball. And now people are not recognizing you as much. They're not running up to you asking for autographs. And although you may have a healthy level of self-esteem, it still does a little something to your ego because you've been used to that. Perhaps you suffer financially. You take a financial blow. You got to downsize. You got to get out of that big mansion and move to a house, 3-bedroom house. Might be a nice 3-bedroom house in a nice neighborhood, but it ain't like the one you used to live in. It ain't guarded. It ain't so big that it sounds like you're inside of a museum. Yeah, fam, that's what it is. But I appreciate y'all joining the live, fam. I'm sure I'm gonna go live again today because I'm sure that's gonna be another story, another breaking story of somebody else that we're not gonna see. We're not gonna see it coming. Somebody else gonna get accused. We ain't gonna see it coming at all. But as soon as it does, I'm gonna hit y'all with the breaking news. But until next time, fam, y'all take care of yourselves. I appreciate y'all joining the live. Last shout outs, Chrissy S. What up, Chrissy? Miss Jazzy, appreciate you. Sadia, who is that? Tanya Mitchell, Charles Nelson. Appreciate y'all, fam. Until next time, no more talk.